Welcome you guys to Team Call this month for March. I wanted to bring in something different this month and get some outside training. Well, inside, but other than me. And I will see how this goes. And if you guys like trainings like this, I do have a few other ideas of getting some guest speakers into our calls that are in different professions and that can help you guys learn more about yourselves and apply it to your business and your life. Um, Something that doTERRA has incorporated in the company and in our businesses is something called Strength Finders. Strength Finders. Yeah, Strength Finders. Which one? Strength Finders. And
Yes.
this was this was introduced to us 2 years ago at Leadership Retreat. So a company named Gallup has created strengths. There's a whole list of strengths. And what they're trying to show us is that you don't necessarily have to lean into or focus on what you're weak in or what you need to get better at. What you can do is focus on what you're strong in and pair up with people and collaborate with people who have the strengths that you don't have. That's what doTERRA was trying to teach us. And so doTERRA has a page on their website called Empowered You. And you can go to that and you can learn a little bit about the strengths. You can take your strengths test. And then they have videos of each strength, about 3 to 5 minutes long, explaining about each of those strengths and how you can use that strength in your doTERRA business. Um, and so strengths is a big part that doTERRA has incorporated, which is rare. Like I don't feel like I know doTERRA doesn't bring in a lot of companies to pair with doTERRA. So bringing in strength finders it speaks volumes. And I know that we don't fully understand strengths, and I know that we can take more advantage of it in understanding our strengths and applying that to our business and our life. Alyssa is on our team. She's a wellness advocate. She's been my customer since the beginning of my business, really, like 3 years. Um, and she's been a wellness advocate for that long with us. And she is certified strengths coach. And so we've been having conversation over the last few years, and she said, I'm ready to do a strengths training for you guys. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to have her here and so thankful. And I'm going to let her take it away. And I would love for you, Alyssa, to introduce yourself, a little bit about the strengths, how you became a strengths coach, and what today's training is, and then what tomorrow's training is. And then you can
Yeah, sure.
go on with your bad self.
You're so cute. Well, yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's definitely different. If you've been with Ash since the beginning, you have seen me for a few years and you haven't seen me for a few years. So, um, but I've been in strengths, or yeah, I've been doing the strengths thing. I got certified in December 2017. And I was doing it for my mortgage company. My dad owns a mortgage company. Did it with him and his team of 100 people for a long time. It started really organically at first. I was just like, I got all these assessments back. Our big corporate company is strengths based, so like doTERRA. And we're implementing it. And so my dad's like, let our team do it. I got all the assessments back and I saw all these connections and it made sense. Like I was like, oh, yeah, that person is like that, that I get it. And it kind of rolled organically. And then I got certified, started doing trainings in the office, and then started training people one-on-one because you need to do that in order to be to get your certification. So I did that and I just loved it, and people loved it. I think people are so excited that you're looking at what's great about them rather than like being super hard on like what they're not doing right. And so we saw immediate improvement in performance and our culture. So we kept doing it. And most recently, I did their leadership retreat of about 15 to 17 leaders. So yeah, I see a need for this, and organizations usually eat it up because they just want to increase profitability, increase productivity, and that's definitely what strengths can help with. But I love doing more like the one-on-ones and seeing how people can use this in their everyday life, and just getting better in different ways. Just so you guys know, there's a bunch of resources that Gallup, the company that facilitates strengths, has available beyond what Tara shows. They have a strengths-based parenting book. So if you want to learn how to use your strengths towards parenting, that's available. They have a strengths-based marriage book. So if you want to base your strengths in your marriage too, then that's also available. So like Ash said, there's more ways to use your strengths than just in a business. So I love that. And then as far as doTERRA goes, yeah, like I said, I was in it with Ash since about the same time, 2017, I think. I actually joined the same time Aiko did. So that kind of shows you when somebody uses their strengths and takes off, and somebody just meadows and doesn't do too much in it. I will say one of my strengths is restorative. If you're on the call earlier today, Alexis kind of alluded to that. She had that as well, and that means you solve problems. And some of my other strengths regard people, and so I like to solve problems with people. And unfortunately, that can also go south, and I stay in situations too long. So within the 2 years that I haven't been building, I had a baby, got divorced, and now doing the single mom life and just pioneering through it. But I love that strengths has come back every time and time again, and kind of helped keep a positive light on things and just show me what I'm good at so that I can press into that as a mom, as a businesswoman, and here with you guys today. So I'm really excited. Now bear with me. It's my first time doing a presentation via camera. I told Ash I wanted to be cute for you guys because she's super cute for us, right? So I'm gonna do my best. Hope it turns out good. As I'm presenting though, I can't see you guys. So I have my phone and you guys can just go in the chat there. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. I hope you can still see me. If you can't, that's okay. We'll just look at the screen, but definitely write in the chat. I can see that from my phone, so we're good. So for today, we're gonna be doing the introduction to strengths. And basically the way I train or coach on it is name it, claim it, aim it. Those are the 3 segments we're gonna go through. And I feel like this is really important before we get into tomorrow, because this is you owning you, and you knowing who you are, what you bring to the table. And tomorrow is more of what you bring to the table as a leader, but what you see in others and their potential. Some of us are naturally gifted with this, but there's definitely others that are going to take some time. And by knowing who you are and how you show up in the world, you'll know how to coach other people in their business as well. So today we're going to go over the Clifton Strengths. They changed the name, Ash, so even though you did say it right, it was Strength Finders. Now it's called Clifton Strengths. We're going to explain what that is, go through what natural talent is, connect with your assessment more deeply, identify what your strengths are, empower yourself to utilize this, to leverage these strengths thereafter, right? Again, go in the comments if you're the chat, because I can't see you guys, and I feel really weird right now. I feel like I'm not presenting. So let me know if you can't hear me or if I'm going to fast that too. Okay, so Donald Clifton is a psychologist that created Strength Finders / Clifton Strengths, and he's like the godfather of positive psychology. He did 50 years research on how to look at what's great with people rather than what's wrong. And his famous quote is, what will happen when we think about what is right with people rather than fixating on what is wrong with them? Like I said, how do we get better at what we're bad at? Or not even going that far, because that's kind of almost advanced thinking. Sometimes people are just, I'm horrible at this, or other people are pointing that out to you, right? Like in the workplace, I feel like that's really common in corporate settings of like, you're not doing the job, you need to leave, you suck, you're gone, you know? But it'll give you better results than focusing on what they're not good on. Okay. You guys can't see my screen and I'm frozen. Okay. Let me see. Can you hear me? I'm going to pause. You can hear. You look cute. Okay. Can you see the what am I talking about? The PowerPoint? I'll wait. No. Okay, no PowerPoint. No PowerPoint at all. Nothing. You know why? I know why. Ash taught me earlier. Sorry. Ash told me to share screen. I didn't. Okay. Sorry, friends. I was so stoked. I got ahead of myself. But I missed the day, right? Okay. Can you guys see this? You can't see it. Did I do it wrong? Oh my goodness, so sorry. I swear we troubleshooted it earlier. Yeah, it was. Oh, you're sharing your. Can you see my screen right now? Okay. Present. Let's try this. Okay. But I'm looking. Georgia!
Your screen is
Let's
good.
try.
Ish. It's a little delayed, but your voice we can't hear now. Do you want to mute?
Wait, can you hear me now?
Talk on your phone, maybe.
Yeah, this is my phone right now. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Super
then,
clear. Your voice is clear on your phone.
okay. Okay, phone is better. And you guys can see me and you can see the screen. Okay? Okay, cool. Awesome.
You're
Good?
on negative versus positive?
Yes.
Yeah.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Oh, Aiko, you're so cute. Okay, here we go. So just pick back up where we left off.
It stopped.
Say it again.
Your computer stopped. Your computer screen share.
Oh, Lord. Thank you, Lord. What's going on? Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We
came
just
early and we tested it. Of course, it doesn't work right when we do this.
Okay. I'm hopping back on. 808.
Everybody can take a water break or a pee break if you need.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I feel sweaty. It's okay, Alyssa. You're fine. Just the screen. And if worse comes to worse, email me your Canva thing and I'll share it on my screen.
Okay. I should have just done that in the meantime, but okay, wait, sorry. Sorry.
I'm gonna mute your computer. Oh, you did it. Okay. Your computer's muted. All you need to do is share your screen.
Oh, wait. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So screen. Share. Ash, do you want to re-record? I feel bad. I don't want your other positive. is that there's actually more articles written on negative emotions than there are positive emotions. I think I read like there's 70,000 articles written on depression as opposed to like 300 and something written on joy. So it's definitely a disparity in what our world sees, right? We just naturally see negative. So that's unfortunate, but that's what strengths are for, is to change the view that we have on ourselves and the world around us. And so I want to challenge you guys to know that you use your strengths every single day. They're actually like using your dominant hand. So when you write, well, I'm right-handed. So when you write, you can probably write this phrase: I use my strengths every day with no problem. If I timed you in a minute, if we were in person, I totally would. Time you with a minute, see how many you could do. We could do it again, and you'd probably get maybe one more, if anything, right? But if I told you to stop and to do it with your non-dominant hand, so for me, my left hand, I could do it. It would take me some time. It might be a little wonky. It would get done, but it's just not the same, right? That's like using strengths that are not your own. So if I had to tap into a strategic strength, that would not be me. I could do it. I'd figure it out. But you get me when we're dealing with people or getting stuff done, you know? So we do use our strengths every day. We just may not know it yet. And so I want you to think of highly successful people and think about who comes to mind. So what do they do? What are their habits or their behaviors? So I thought of Michael Jordan. It's known that he plays in slow motion, or he sees action before it happens. And Oprah Winfrey, right? She connects with audiences and she knows how to influence people. Those people are just people. I mean, they are Michael Jordan and Oprah Winfrey, right? But they just learned how to leverage their own talent, right? So all of us have talent. And what talent is naturally reoccurring pattern of thought, behavior, or feelings that can be productively applied. So we might have some negative things that we do reoccurringly, but is it productive? No, therefore it's not a talent, right? So your talent, again, is naturally reoccurring patterns of thought, feeling, or behavior that can be productively applied. And there's so much power. Is it not loading? Okay, wait. You guys can't see my screen. Ashley.
I can see it. Everyone has talent.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There. Yeah.
I was like, wait, in the comment, I thought Kristen was saying that you can't see my screen. I was like, oh no. Okay, thank you. Okay, but there is power and authenticity in leading with who you are, who you naturally are. And that, like the talent part says, naturally reoccurring. It's not forced. It's not something you need to teach yourself or that you have to learn. It just comes with who you are. And so the best way to make the greatest contribution over a long period of time, which is technically success, right, is to be in the environment where you play to your strengths as much as possible. That's why I was saying in like corporate America, it's really hard to see that happening because they're visioning something specific to that position or to their productivity or to whatever. To invest in people could be dangerous, right? It's a risk. Like if I invest all this in them, are they gonna up level? But that's where you have to trust the gift of strengths, that when you strengthen that dominant hand, I ain't got no problem with that, right? But if we're gonna work on my non-dominant hand, that's going to take so much longer, right? So the key to success is to fully understand how to apply your greatest talents and strengths in your everyday life. And so talent shows up for all of us. If we were together, I'd be doing an activity called Stand Up If You Always. And basically that would be, I'm going to show you a statement. And if it resonated with you, you would stand up. But obviously I can't see you. And then some of us aren't on online showing our faces. So let's just use the chat, right? So I'm going to show you a statement. If that resonates with you, I want you to write the slide number, and that's me, and then share why you connect with that scenario. Make sense? You guys good? Okay, so first one, number 1, you talk to people in elevators, stores, planes, or wherever you go. So if this is you, number 1, that's me, and why? For record, that's not me. Just so you guys know. But I have Brittany, Corrine, Kristen, Charity, Shanna, Ashley. Well, majority of you guys. Okay, Michelle sometimes. All right. Anybody want to share why Brittany's like just always talking story? Anybody? I know I go, me too. Definitely not me. So anybody want to share why they do that? I hate awkward silences, and I'm just happy, go lucky, normally, and love to connect with people. I love that. I'm all for the awkwardness. I'm like, yeah, what do I say? Corrine said, I talk to everyone. My sister-in-law is the complete opposite. And I tell everyone good morning whenever we travel. And she's like, don't have to do that. Yes, that's me. Oh my gosh. I'm like, no, thanks. I'm okay. But oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, let's do another one. Number 2, you have a color-coded closet or otherwise organized. If this is you, again, number 2, that's me, and why? Okay. You guys are so cute. Okay. I have Ash, Corrine, Michelle. Ash, your merchandising background. Got it. Michaela, Corrine, Jen, I go. Christy, Charity, you're like, not me. Oh my gosh. I need to know where everything is. Yes, we're all OCD. Oh my gosh. And if I want to wear black one day or floral another, yep, I'm just a little OCD. Oh my gosh. I'm in this group. I love things to be in colors. It relaxes me. Absolutely. I color code my closet. I color code my calendar. I color code the hangers. Like, so I got 3 kids. I told you guys. I have 3 kids. Each kid has a color, a colored hanger. Yes. Okay. I resonate with this completely. All right. Let's try another one. Number 3, you write a list of things to do and you stick to it. That's the thing. You stick to it. Okay. So again, number 3, that's me, and why? Ash, you're just totally resonating with all this stuff right now, aren't you? You're so cute. You're like, what strengths are these? Oh my gosh. I definitely see different levels of strengths in each of these examples, but this one, in my opinion, is achiever, and that's one of the top strengths on the call. It's actually one of the top strengths in humanity. So yeah, you guys, a lot of you guys, not surprised. I'm not surprised. I like to check off my to-dos. It makes me feel good. Yes, half and half, Charity. I'm there with you. I am not an achiever. It's up there in my dominant strengths. So if you guys were to pull your full 34 strengths, because we all have access as human beings, we access the 34 strengths. With Gallup, you do have to purchase it if you want to upgrade. And I can help you with that too if you're interested. But your dominant strengths actually lie between your first to 12 or 15. And so those are the ones that are the dominant hand idea. And so I think my achiever is within the dominant strengths, but it's definitely not in my top 5. So I love you guys for this. I will write a list and checking it off sometimes. Here I go. Okay, next one. Number 4, you need to pick someone to race while you're driving. Need for Speed. Number 4, that's me, and why? I love how you guys are like, nah. But only, who was it? Only Brittany? Actually, Britt, do you have this is, I feel like, an influencing strength. Do you have competition? I think you do. But yeah, so good. I love it. Okay, next one. Since this was a one for just for Brittany, this was just for you, girl. I threw that in there for you. Okay, number 5, you seek a familiar face at a party. Again, number 5, that's me, and why? Michelle, yep. Shanna, yep. Corrine, yep. Kristen, Michaela, Jen, Christy, yeah, all of you guys. Cool. Yeah. Again, if we're relating it to a strengths, these are more of our relationship builders. Specifically, I would say relators. Okay, Charity. Yeah. I always tend to want to go to the familiar before reaching out to strangers. Yep. Ash says depends. Like a house party, yes. Networking event, no, because I want to make new friends. That's your influencing strength. Okay. I like to make the connection and feel somewhat comfortable. Yes. I find people I know first to say hi. Yeah. Having a kid is easy now. You just pretend to be occupied with them. Wait, am I like not the only mom that uses that excuse? I love it. Yes, I need to relate to someone, but I can go in the unknown if needed. Nice. Awesome. Okay. Next one. Number 6, you ask a lot of questions. Again, number 6, that's me, and why? Yes. Jen, okay. Kristen, okay. You have a curious personality. Brittany, curious. Okay. Aiko, I have one. I feel like I have one for you regarding movies coming up. 21 Questions. Oh, do you guys know the 21 Questions by what's his name? 50 Cent. That's my go-to karaoke stuff. Just random fact. But anyway, I love to get to know new people and curious. Okay. What does that do? Where does that go? What did you do? You guys are so cute. Okay, I only have one karaoke song, so that's it, guys. That's all you're gonna get from me. Okay, let's move on. Number 7, you clean your home before you can relax. Again, number 7, that's me, and why? Okay, Ash, yes. Ash, why? Keep chatting, guys. I'm gonna just grab some water. But again, number 7, that's me, and why? Okay, just Ash? Oh, wait, so sorry. I didn't. Okay, Ash, Corrine, yes, Shanna, Michaela, Brittany. Oh, half. Okay. You have anxiety, Corrine. All right. Michelle, Christy. I cannot, and I like things in order. Gives me anxiety. Oh, vacuum lines in the carpet. Oh my God. I love you. Okay. I can't sleep if something is messy by me. Oh, guys, trust. I don't think I'm on camera. I don't think you guys can see me, but I cleaned behind me because I had a feeling some people might be like, oh God, she has 3 kids. She really does. But sometimes you're lazy. You're like, F it. I get it. I go, that's just me all the time. No, I feel cray if I don't and I can't focus. Oh, that's a good one. Cleaning brings mental clarity. I like that, Jen. Not fully a priority if there's other stuff to be done. The more stressed I am, the cleaner the house. Ooh, that's kind of good, right? Because I need organization. It brings me peace. I can't sit We're going to relax until everything is in its place. Ooh, good stuff. You guys are, I'm loving this from you guys. Oh, thanks, Ash. Yeah, no, it's like just this area behind me that was. I mean, I have some other stuff, but anyway. Okay, moving on. Number 8. Aiko, this for you, girl. Figure out a plot in the movie before anyone else does. Again, number 8, that's me and why. Okay, I got Michelle, nope. Green, not me, but your husband. Okay, cool. I like that you're noticing strengths in other people too. That's what's up. Okay. Your mom, Charity. Okay. Michaela, that's you. Would you say this is strategic? Yes, I would. Yeah, it's in the strategic thinking for sure. I love you guys are like my husbands. Yeah, we can do like a strengths-based marriage one day. We'll bring in the hubbies. He guesses the whole thing, and I'm like, wow, you know what though? I like to be with people that can figure this out because I am impatient. I don't know what strength or not strength that is, but I don't like to wait it out and be like, what's gonna happen? Can you just tell me? Like I don't want to be surprised. Okay. Just let me know what's gonna happen. You guys are so cute. Love it. Love it. Okay. This is the last one. Number 9. You push the elevator button to remind it that you're still there. Again, number 9, that's me. This is also like the crosswalk. You just keep pushing. Yeah. Okay. Charity, Kristen, Michelle. Like, were you saying ew no to pushing the button because it's like gross, or like ew no, that's not you? Brittany, no, you don't want to touch. Yeah, I hear you. Definitely the crosswalk one, right? No. Okay. Always with the kids rushing. Yeah, I hate when I'm standing by the button and someone reaches across. Real life, dude. That's someone else's little. They need to get their fix in. All right, you guys are so cute. Thank you for participating in that. I just wanted to show you that those are actually strengths showing up every day. So there's authenticity and power in leading with who you are. That's just who you are. Those things are what you're good at. And I had a slide in here, but I didn't know how to say it nicely. So I'll say it here with you guys because it's a safe space, right? What you suck at is what you suck at. Okay, so don't focus heavily on what you're not good at, because look at these things that you guys are naturally good at: color coding closets, putting things in its place, figuring out movies. Like that's who you are, right? So just operate in that. Okay, so there's this thing called 5 clues to talent. So remember, talent is a naturally reoccurring pattern of behavior, thought, feeling, right? So there's 5 clues. As you guys picked up on, some of you are even seeing that in your husbands already, right? But the 5 clues could be what's called yearning, so activities that you're just naturally drawn to. If any of these resonate with you guys, let me know. Write in the comment how it does. Oh, I spot a typo. I'm sorry. Okay. Rapid learning activities you seem to pick up quickly. Stuff that you don't need much explaining on. You just can naturally do it really fast. Flow, activities that you already know the steps that need to happen. Glimpses of excellence, so activities you can do and subconsciously think like, how did I do that? Almost like autopilot, like it was just so innate that you could just do it. And then satisfaction, activities that you ask yourself, when can I do that again? Have you guys experienced that at all? I know, like for me, one of the examples I give is like something my dad taught me golf when I was not really young, but in high school. And I picked up on it really fast. And I really did actually ask, like, whoa, how did I do that? But I mean, it wasn't something I wanted to keep doing. It wasn't a yearning, but it was a glimpse of excellence and something I was like, I don't know how that happened, but okay. I didn't build a talent for it, right? Because I didn't put it productively to use. I was just like, cool, I hit it that one time, must be nice, whatever, But yeah, just for you to look at your life and see other activities or things that you've done in the past that you're like, wow, this is actually something I'm pretty good at and might be a talent for you to explore and grow in, right? Okay, so how do strengths and talent go hand in hand? Ooh, Ash, you want to go to cooking school? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's awesome. But yeah, how did talent and strength connect, right? So you can push the elevator button, you can color code your closet. But what does that mean, right? So strengths is actually talent plus knowledge plus skill. And so a talent, we said earlier, naturally reoccurring thought, feeling, behavior that can be productively applied. Knowledge is facts, information, and skills that you've acquired through experience or education. And skill is the ability to do something well. So when you get all of those things together, that's when you get a strength, kind of like going to the gym, right? You have the ability, you have the resources, and you have the knowledge to execute the guys, I don't work out, so the what is it called, the training, sure, I guess, and then you would actually build muscle strength, right? I go have my back then if you love the gym, because I don't know anything about it. But yeah, so strength, and the definition from Gallup is the ability to consistently produce a positive outcome through near perfect performance in a specific task. So all of those things that you saw on your theme report, those are your strengths and how they show up in the world as you're performing different things. Some of you may have communication, that you're naturally gifted at putting thoughts and words together so other people can understand. That's because you did it consistently, got a positive outcome from it, and you're able to do it again and again, right? So that's what strength is. And if you focus on your strengths, you're really going to be unlocking your potential. Now, I don't know if you guys have had like life coaches or personal coaches or anything like that. I did a life coach once, and their principle is to create you as a well-rounded person. They usually tackle like 7 to 9 areas of your life, and they look at what you're not doing good and how do you get better in that area, right? So you rate those things, let's say career, relationships, extracurricular or whatever, right? And you're rating it and you're like, oh, I'm a 7 here and a 5 there and a 9 here, right? They want you to actually be more balanced and equal. So how do we get everything to a 9? Instead of looking at like, well, you actually are really good at doing this one thing, right? And basically, back to the analogy of a well-rounded person, they're trying to make you into a circle or a wheel, and they want you to go round and round, right? But how Gallup looks at strengths is like a star, and each point of the star, there's 5 points in the star, so each point is one of your strengths. And when you work on your strength, you're actually broadening your star or brightening your star, right? So then you can bring in other stars to fill in those pukas or those gaps instead of you trying to push out your star to become a circle. I hope that makes sense. It's a lot easier to explain in person with like my hands in Portuguese and Italian. So I'm sorry. But yeah, that's unlocking your potential. And Gallup says you have more room to improve on your areas of strength than your areas of weakness. If you focus on your weakness, the only thing you can get from it is to be good at it. Now, that doesn't really say a lot. Like if I, like I said, I'm not really good at strategic thinking. If I work on it really hard and I read all the books and I do all the things and try to become more strategic, I'm only going to get good at it. It's not going to be natural. It's not going to be innate. I'm just going to be mediocre. As opposed to problem solving and people skills, that's me. That's my wheelhouse all the time. And if I worked on that, then I would get the best results. So that's focusing on your strengths. And so I'm just going to encourage you to lean into your strengths, because people that do actually look forward to doing what they do, they have more positive experiences with their coworkers, families. As I said, Gallup has other materials on marriage and children, right? So more positive experience with their families. There's actually statistics too that show that it increases productivity. So people achieve more on a daily basis, and they have more positive, creative, and innovative moments in their life too. So there's definitely a lot of pluses to utilizing your strength. And just so you know, your strengths are super unique. A lot of people will be like, can I retake it? You know, I think it's gonna change, but it's your fingerprint. It's who you are. And like I said, you may see it rotate between that top 12 to 15, but it is what you're naturally gifted at. And for someone to have the same top 5 in the same order as you is 1 in 33 million. So really rare. You probably won't meet them in Hawaii, if that, you know. And then the top 5, not in order, we just have the same 5, is 1 in 278,000. So still very limited, very, very limited. And for someone to have the same top 10 in the same order as you, 1 in 447 trillion. So imagine the statistics just growing to have somebody with the exact same strengths as you, all full 34. It's impossible. It's impossible. I want to find my strengths twins. Yes. I think I found someone with 3 of my same. So no, Aiko, we're actually very different. You have a lot more influencing strengths, and that's why you're where you are in your business, girl. Okay. So, like I said in the beginning, we usually use this name it, claim it, aim it to facilitate these types of sessions. So what we're going to do is read through the signature theme report. I know we started it earlier. Some of you guys said you don't have it. So we'll see how to make that work through this. But when you do get to it, I would love for you guys to read your signature theme report. Like I said, highlight or write down the words and phrases that best describe you. Just like how we did that whole, those slides on that's me. Like, I want you to look at your theme report and be like, that's me 100%, okay? And then next we're gonna go into claiming it. So how do you own these top 5? And how does this make you successful? And then aim it, how could you use your strengths more intentionally, just in life in general, but specifically with doTERRA? Okay, so like I said, if you guys have it, then continue to highlight and write down those phrases. If you don't, then let's just keep going so we don't take up too much time. Okay, did anybody that did read their report or even read that slight summary that you got from the screenshots that you sent me or whatever, did any of your strengths stick out to you, and why? Does anyone want to share? I think I heard somebody, but I'm not sure. Kristen, you said achiever stuck out to you. Why is that? Achiever, for those that don't have it, is they like to write lists and get things done. So why did that one stick out? I have always tried to achieve because my mom was always on me to do better. Yeah, for sure. Corrine, can you remind me? I don't want to get out of my screen. Which is your number 1? And Aiko, you said you didn't believe number one was empathy until recently. What made you, I guess, realize that that was actually a strength? Corrine, number one is input. I thought it was weird when I seen the results, but when I read the description, I was like, whoa. Yeah, so input is giving and receiving information. And without the context of what your other strengths are, normally input people are collectors. They usually say collectors of information, but sometimes collectors of stuff too. So not like hoarders action, but like actually having a collection. Do you collect anything by chance? Just a random question I thought I'd ask. And you guys are talking about empathy too. Empathy is really great. You can feel the room or feel people out before they say anything. Number two, developer. Everything else was kind of expected. Charity, you resonated with developer. Developers, for those that don't have it, is seeing the potential in others and wanting that to grow. Super great for a business builder, right? Brittany, number one, strategic. I didn't think I asked a lot of questions before I make decisions, but I totally do that. I have to see what each option has before I go. Like those books when we were kids where you choose paths to continue the story, and I would take forever to do those. I usually would continue on until I realized the story ending is not what I wanted and would go back. Corrine, you research things and information. Nice, from your input. So Brittany, on strategic, I have a love for strategic strength because like I use that obviously in my examples. That I don't have that. What's really cool about strategic people is that they can have a plan A, but they have plan B, C, and D waiting in the back as well. I kind of use the analogy of like you're on a path, on a hike, and you come across a river that you didn't see was there. Well, you already know how to get around it, through it, over it, whatever, because you figured it out on your way to the hike, right? So that's pretty cool. I love strategic. I envy it. And we'll get into that too. Oh, Aiko, we're talking about which strengths stood out to you. If you got to read your assessment or even just reading that quick recap that they send you with your top 5, which strengths stood out to you and it resonated with you? Kristen, I love learning and research everything before diving in. Yeah, Brittany, yes, that is me and my wedding planning. Oh, hey, girl. Cheers to you for wedding planning. That's a lot. You have 5 plans already, though. I get it. Okay, cool. I love that. So one of my strengths is restorative, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, that restorative people like to problem solve. And so I naturally saw that as like, I was like, oh yeah, that's me, 100%. Love it. Cool. Great. But then the one that resonated the most with me is connectedness, which means I believe everything comes together for good or for some reason. I really, really saw that for me in like my daughter, my second child. Her name is Halita. She's born with Down syndrome. And I was 23, 24, so the odds were so low, right? But I had such a strong connection to God and just believe that he would bring it all full circle at some point. So I love my connectedness strength. Michaela says, number one, responsibility. I was just talking to Britt today about how I am so determined and follow things through until completion. It also mentions that I'm dependable. Yep, during my new months as a mother, that takes a whole new meaning. Oh, I love that. Oh, I got goosebumps on my neck. But responsibility is taking psychological ownership of things, right? And yeah, as a new mom, that's all you're doing, right? A new mom, just exploring what all that means. I love it. Oh, you guys are so fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so we're going to move into claiming it. So again, if you didn't get to do the name it part, I really want you guys to get to know your strengths deeper and more intimately. So take the time, whether it's tonight, I know we're going to end kind of late, but or tomorrow before the next call, if you guys are going to do it, really, really, really get to know what your strengths say about you and what resonates with you from it, right? So the next one, you guys got to hear some of the ones everybody resonates with so far. So again, I want you to just share another typo. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Which strengths you love, which strength drives you crazy. So when you read it, you're like, oh my gosh, that is why I do what I do. And then which strength do you envy? The ones that we've talked about so far. Which one are you like, oh, that was kind of cool though. I kind of like that. So again, write in the chat. You guys are so cute. I love all of mine, but I've been with them for 2 years now. Yeah. Is there any of those that drive you a little crazy, Ash, that you're like, oh, when this one comes out, or if this isn't done, then this one just is a little frustrating sometimes. Brittany, you said you love your positivity and empathy. So positivity is everything. Everything is good. There is an upside. There's a zest for life, right? And empathy, we talked about feeling the room before anything is said. What drives you crazy is your competition and significance. Oh, interesting. Oh, I wonder why. Competition and significance, we're going to get into this later too, are part of the influencing domains. So that means that you can influence other people to do things and get stuff done. But I did hear in my training in 2017 that significance is a lot of people struggle with that because it comes across as I want to be significant. It's about me and I want to do something with this, but it's really you want to be a part of something significant. So I want to be able to put my name on that stamp and be like, absolutely, like that is what I resonate with, right? Ashley said, focus. Sometimes I'm in my basement and I'm so focused I can't break and be present. Yes. So focus is, interestingly, I think I'm going to go over this with the leadership call tomorrow, but when you think of success, some people say focus, right? There's all these YouTube videos on you need to focus and get focused. And so much so, the leadership retreat I just did in December, their theme was focus, right? 2020 vision, focus, be focused, right? And that doesn't come natural to some people. Focus is actually seeing a project through, that you can tune out the world around you and and see something through. So I can get that, Ash, that sometimes it's hard to break. Brittany, you said you envy achiever, but I think that's in my competition talking. Yeah. I didn't mean for it to be a competition at all, but just just what do you see in others? I don't think anybody on this call has it, but I love strategic is what I said earlier, but woo stands for winning others over. Those are the people that can walk into a room and win, like just are so charismatic. They can talk to anybody. But yeah, those are like in my dad's job. Those are the marketers and like the loan officers. Like they can schmooze and stuff. Like, oh, that's so cool. I can't even do that. Okay. You love all. Michaela says, I love all of mine. However, specifically, I love futuristic. I spend a lot of my time during my day manifesting my future. Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. Speaking things into existence. Yes, honey. Yes. I love that. That's so great. I love it. But you see how, like, stuff like that is kind of taught to us, like, okay, to be an entrepreneur, to be a business builder, like you have to do these certain things, but actually, like, that's a strength, you know, to think about things in that context. So yeah, you guys are so great. Corinne said you envy strategic and achiever. Yeah, same boat. Here I am. Ash said sometimes discipline, I need to have a plan and have control and struggle with being flexible. Yeah, I get that too. And Jen, that makes more sense about significance. Awesome. Would always be cool. Okay, awesome. Ash, Noelle has woo. Oh yeah, I can see her having woo for sure. Okay, Charity said, envy is strategic and maximizer. Ooh, yeah, maximizer. Maximizer is when they want to take something from good to great. So that's those people. When I say that, if you only focus on your weakness, you only get good. Might as well focus on your strength and get great. Those people are like, oh, I got that. That's what I want to do, right? So yeah, I love maximizer too. Okay, cool. So I wanted to just share that activity with you guys so you can actually see the strengths value, not just your strengths and what shows up for you, but the value in others too, right? So awesome. Thank you so much. So now we're going to go into another activity, which is how do you kind of connect your strengths to what you value? And so again, I'm going to put up a list, different slides with words on it. And if you can somehow notate what is going to be negotiable and what is going to be non-negotiable. So if you have a paper in front of you, I would like divide your paper in two and then write the word negotiable, non-negotiable, or like must have and not so much, or something like that. So you guys can know to go through it. So here's the first one. Value. So the value is love, which means unselfish devotion that freely accepts others. So if this is a negotiable one, put it on that side. If it's a non-negotiable, for you, not for others. So the way that you look at the world, like, no, value is love is a value that I need, that I have to have it. So does that make sense? Please type yes or no if I'm making sense. You guys can oh, thanks for sharing, Charity. Non-negotiable. You guys can share if you want, but also I want you to know that there's no right or wrong answer. So some people may like love, obviously, like we live in the aloha state, right? That this may be a non-negotiable for people, but also honor that it may be negotiable for others. And if I'm honest, guys, this was actually negotiable for me. Like, I wouldn't say in the sense that love doesn't exist, but there were other words that I found to be more valuable to me than just love. And who's to say, this is not a therapy call, I won't go into detail, but who's to say, you know, like the divorce and all that stuff might have something to do with it. But just whatever sticks out to you, whatever calls to your heart right now, again, just note it on your paper because we're going to do another activity after this. So note it on your paper too. And you definitely feel free to share, but safe place if it falls in a different category for you than others, right? Okay, so love, unselfish devotion that freely accepts others. Family, persons with whom you have an emotional or biological bond. Again, just write it out, negotiable or non-negotiable. And I love how this, another typo, friends. You know what? I'm going to have somebody check my work next time, but okay. I love how it says emotional or biological, right? So, okay. Next one, spirituality, religion. So a communion with or an obedience to an activity in a relationship with a supreme being. Again, negotiable or non-negotiable. Okay, next one, emotional well-being, inner peace, abiding confidence, freedom from anxiety, and tranquility. Is this important or not important? Negotiable or non-negotiable? Emotional well-being. Okay, justice. For my local peeps, my girlfriend changed this word to pono. So if the word pono resonates more with you, we can use that word. But behavior that conforms to what is right, fair, and reasonable. So justice, pono, is it negotiable or not negotiable? Okay, next one, ancestry. Those who came before us, or our line of descent, our lineage, our kupuna. I'm actually having one of my Hawaiian studies friends look into replacing these words with Hawaiian values. I forgot to mention that the company I'm doing the these coaching opportunities with is called Mana and Grace. So I definitely want to incorporate our Hawaiian values and stuff, right? So again, ancestry, negotiable, non-negotiable. Those who came before us, our line of descent. Okay. Humility. I feel like there's a Hawaiian word for this, and it's like in the chart, like the aloha chart, isn't it? Anyway, humility, the ability to be honest with yourself, meek, teachable, and open to change. Ha'a ha'a, love it. Oh, I love that you like the Hawaiian words. Yeah, I'm totally wanting to change it. So, oh, nice. Ha'a ha'a. I'll write these down too. Okay. Loyalty. Maintained allegiance to a person, group, institution, or idea. Loyalty. Negotiable. Okay. Health. Soundness of mind, body, and spirit. Negotiable, non-negotiable. Soundness of mind, body, and spirit. Health. Honesty. Truth, openness, and fairness. Again, a typo. Oh, conduct and integrity. Honest. Negotiable, non-negotiable. Jen, it's totally fine. There's another activity that we're doing after this. So I love that it's long. It's totally fine. Okay. Honor. Oh, thanks, Ash. I noticed them. Honor. A recognition bestowed on one who has distinguished herself from her peers by living a life of superior standing. Honor. Okay, next one is dignity. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Oh, Corrine, I'm there with you with that honor word. I completely thought of Hawaiian too. Is there a Hawaiian word for honor, guys? Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to sing for you guys. Like I said, 21 questions is all I got. But I have the song playing in my head when she goes to war and they're all fighting. Anyway, guys, we're getting off topic. Okay. Oh, I will share on honor. I don't know if you guys care to know this. But I learned that the opposite of honor is dishonor, right? We know that. But dishonor came from a Greek word, and the Greek word actually means to treat as common. So when you honor someone, that you're actually just treating them as common. So like everyone else, there is no, I don't know, superiority or whatever to their being. So I was like, oh, that's a different way of looking at it. Anyway, you guys are singing the song. Thank you. Michaela, is Hano Hano for the honor part? I'm writing this down, girl. You can translate all of these if you want right now. I'm writing it. So yeah, I'm totally here for it. Okay. Dignity, demonstrating behavior and stature that earn the respect of self and others. Dignity. Okay, creativity, the ability to transcend traditional ideas, rules, patterns, relationships, or the like to create meaningful new ideas, forms, methods, and interpretation. It's a long-winded thing to just say. You like to break the rules a little bit, I think. You know, creativity. Okay. Harmony. Harmony. Unity in relationships. The absence of conflict and strife between associates or people. Again, negotiable or non-negotiable. Next one is pleasure. Enjoyment and gratification delivered from that which is to one's liking. I didn't write these definitions, guys, just FYI, but enjoyment and gratification delivered from that which is to one's liking. Pleasure. Okay, aesthetics. Appreciation and enjoyment of beauty and artistic experiences. Again, negotiable, non-negotiable. Brittany, you're spicy. All right, passion. The fire within that brings rewards beyond any monetary gain or satisfaction from your work. From your work, friends. Passion. Negotiable, non-negotiable. I'm going to go kind of fast because there's kind of a lot more. So sorry, but let's keep up, okay? Control or influence. Again, I don't like this English word. I don't know what the Hawaiian word would be because I feel like it would be more pleasant. But control or influence, authority or influence over others. Okay, autonomy. The drive to be independent, self-determining individual. Negotiable or non-negotiable. The drive to be an independent, self-determining individual. Autonomy. Okay, next one, achievement. Desired outcomes resulting from persistent endeavors. Desired outcomes resulting from persistent endeavors. Getting stuff done. Achievement. Negotiable, non-negotiable. Right, next one, physical appearance. Concern for the activeness of one's own body. Different than health, right? So physical appearance, concern for the activeness of one's own body. Negotiable or non-negotiable. Knowledge, facts, and lessons learned, understanding or awareness of principles that organize and explain. Just your knowledge intake. Negotiable or non-negotiable. Next one, wealth. An abundance of valued material possessions and resources, economic prosperity. Again, wealth, the abundance of valued material possessions and resources. Negotiable or non-negotiable. We're almost done, guys. Competency and skill. Competence in performing a given task. Negotiable or non-negotiable. Competency and skill. Okay, recognition. Being surrounded by people who like you and care about you. Recognition. Negotiable or non-negotiable. Community. People who care about something and pursue it together. Community. Negotiable, non-negotiable. Okay, this is our last one. But now I want you guys to look at your non-negotiable list. The ones you're like absolutely not giving up. It resonates with me. It's who I am. That's what I believe. Okay, it's totally fine. But now I want you to pick your top 5 values. It does not mean that the rest of your non-negotiable list is now negotiable. Nope, 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 nope. They're still you. They're still there. They're in the list. But I want you to pick your top 5. I'll give you some time. It's like I play some music, but I don't want to mess with the tech since it took us so long to get there. And you guys are definitely able, if you're willing to share here in the chat. I'd love that. I see Kristen. Family, love. Echo, family, humility, health, achievement, knowledge. I love it. I'm not finding mine. Green, family, emotional well-being. Pono, creativity, achievement. Charity, family, love, emotional well-being, humility, and honor. Love it. Jen, family, emotional well-being, loyalty, creativity, passion. Love it. Michaela, family, love, emotional well-being, health, and creativity. Brittany, love, family, passion, honesty, and honor. Oh, these are so good. Kristen, you finished yours off with spirituality, community, health. So good. Michelle, love, family, loyalty, achievement, and community. So good. Now, you guys don't have to do it right now, but I do want you to eventually connect how your values are connected to your strengths, right? My top 5, when I did this in 2017, was spirituality, emotional well-being, humility, loyalty, and love. And the first one, spirituality, totally connected with my connectedness, believing that everything comes together for a purpose. And for me, that was God. Like I'm a Christian, so I believe in his ability to bring it all together, right? But in other ones, I did have love, guys. I didn't know that. I think now I win it. 2017 was a different year. But anyway, I had loyalty, but to me, that stuck out with my responsibility, psychological ownership of things. I want people to know and feel that I'm a loyal person. And I also want others to be loyal too, but that's how I show it, right? Okay, cool. Yay, thank you guys so much for doing that. So now we're going to move into Aim It, the last part of the training. We'll go through this as quickly as possible. I will say that part of this is from the doTERRA Empowered You guide. So if you didn't check it out, I don't think my camera's on, but it's a strengths guide for builders. So I did the last part of this session based off of that. that handout. So feel free to print that off and go from there too. So in this part, we're going to just identify how identify tasks that can fuel your strengths versus deplete your energy, because we were sort of talking about this on another group mentor call of doing pipes and setting them up for every day or have a theme or whatever it is, right? But how do we actually resonate with that and actually want to do it, right? So I'm going to go through and explain where our strengths lie and how we can apply that to the whole pipes thing using the doTERRA guide. So our strengths actually lie in domains. So each strength is categorized into one of these 4 domains. And the colors do mean something, and we obviously love color coding. So I'm glad that I kept the colors. I thought about it. I was like, oh, it doesn't resonate with the slides, but you know what? It helps. So there are 4 domains possible. There's an executing domain, which they make things happen. There's influencing, which they know how to take charge, speak up, make sure the team is heard. There's relationship building, the ability to build strong relationships, to keep a team together, and to be greater than the sum of its parts. And there's strategic thinking. They help people to consider what could be by absorbing and analyzing information to make better decisions, right? So we'll go through each of those domains. So an executing domain, leaders with dominant strengths in executing domain know how to make things happen. When you need someone to implement a solution, these are the people who will work tirelessly to get it done. Leaders with a strength to execute have the ability to catch an idea and make it reality. So these are the achievers, arrangers, belief, consistency, deliberative, discipline, focus, responsibility, and restorative. Ash, I love how you're picking up on this already. Yes, 3 in executing. Yeah. That's why you're getting stuff done, honey. Okay. Next one, influencing. I know you can't see it too well. I'll read it though. Influencing. Those who lead by influencing help their team reach a much broader audience. People with strengths in this domain are always selling the team's ideas inside and outside the organization. When you need someone to take charge, speak up, and make sure your group is heard, look to someone with a strength and influence. So these are your activators: command, communication, competition, maximizers, self-assurance, significance, and woo. So I have Corrine with 2 influencing. Okay. Brittany has 2. Awesome. Yeah, again, these are the ones that can go out and get people to get stuff done, right? These are, I would say, like the face of the company. So if you worked in a 9-to-5 organization, utilizing these people in the marketing or in communication or PR, something like that, for sure. Awesome. Okay, relationship building. Those who lead through relationship building are the essential glue that holds a team together. Without these strengths on the team, in many cases, the group is simply a composite of individuals. In contrast, leaders with exceptional relationship building strengths have the unique ability to create groups and organizations that are much greater than the sum of their parts. Now, this is adaptability, connectedness, developer, empathy, harmony, includer, individualization, positivity, and relator. Okay, so we have, oh, Corrine, you have a bachelor's in marketing. Wow, that's so cool. So good. Okay, Charity, you have 4 here. Nice. Yep, you are definitely a relationship builder. So good. 1. Jen, you have 0. That's okay. That's totally fine. I have 0 in strategic thinking and influencing. Yeah, Christy has 3. Brittany has 2. Nice. Okay. Okay, next one. Strategic thinking. Leaders with strategic thinking strengths are the ones who keep us focused on what could be. They are constantly absorbing and analyzing information and helping the team make better decisions. People with strengths in this domain continually stretch our thinking for the future. Okay, this is analytical, context, futuristic, ideation, input, intellection, learner, and strategic. So, Shanna, you have 2. You have 1 in each quadrant, Michelle, but 2 in relationship building. Nice. Okay. Green, you have 3. I go none. Same here, girl. Christy, none. Oh, sorry, Michaela. Responsibility was in executing, the first one. Brittany, your top one was in here. Nice. Okay, cool. So on the call, if we were to take the top 5 strengths, that's why I wanted you guys to send it to me. Thank you so much. We have achiever, empathy, developer, and then our 5th one is kind of all over the place. But let's just say we go off of the top 4. So don't look at the bottom, the last one. Achiever, empathy, learner, and developer. If we just had those 4, we could say in a short sentence where, again, remember blue is relationship building. So we are relationship builders that like to learn and get things done, right? So I want you to look at your strengths and remember the ones that you chose. Earlier in the call, I asked you to pick the one that you love, right? So I want you to go back to that one, whichever one stood out for you. And you know what? Oftentimes, it's not the first one, and that's okay. Sometimes people think that it's weighted or like, oh, for me, restorative is number 1. Okay, that's my number 1, but I really like my number 3. That's totally fine. I want you to pick the one that you love, and we're going to go through this next activity, which will eventually wrap us into the pipes. So think about that strength, the one that you resonate with most. You get the best of me when, and think of that strength. When do you get the best of me? When I utilize this. Again, think of the domain it's in. So if you are a developer, that's a relationship building domain. You get the best of me when I'm around people and I'm seeing their potential and I want to build them, right? Or if you have futuristic, like Ash was saying, you get the best of me when I get to think big picture with people. Or let's say you have includer, you get the best of me when I can bring others in and make them feel welcomed, you know? So pick your one that you resonate with most. Or you can think of the whole sum of your strengths. When do you get the best of me? And then I want you to answer, when do you get the worst of me? So if I'm not operating in this, we are not going to do well, right? So for me, if I'm not around people and feeling them out, you won't really get the best of me. Or if I don't have the opportunity to get feedback or engagement, I won't know how people are feeling, so you won't really get the best of me then, right? So you get the worst of me when, and then I want you to think, you can count on me too. So as an executor, you can count on me to get it done. When I use my responsibility strength, I'm taking psychological ownership of that, and it will get done. Hell or high water, I am doing it. You can count on me to get it done, right? And then think, this is what I need from you. So if we're using responsibility of that psychological ownership, I need you to tell me what you're looking for. I need you to be detailed of how I could help you get this done. Or maybe you have a strategic thinking strength and it's like, actually, I need the freedom to think of the solution on my own, right? The strategic strength in itself, they can come up with all these plans as a boss or a partner or whatever with you. If I'm just trying to stifle that, that's not going to have you operate in your best abilities, right? So I need space to think, need time, right? Whatever that is. If you have an influencing strength that you're loving, I need to be around people. Just get me out there. I don't care how or why or what. I need you to allow me to be out and about, right? At the end of the day, that's who you are. That's you. So this is so great to know, because it'll help you into the whole pipes thing, and then for tomorrow's call too, what you bring to the table, and you, in whatever strength or domain you chose, can then see that in others. Let's say your builder connects with a strategic strength and you did too, like, oh, okay, I know that, but ask them these questions and we'll go into more of that tomorrow. But yeah, this is you, right? Okay, so in regards to pipes, again, a lot of words are on the screen. Please don't get overwhelmed. These are in that guide. So Empowered You, Strengths Guide for Builders, and it kind of trickles it throughout the guide. But just for the sake of the call, I did want to share some of the things that you could do in the different domains, whichever one you resonated with, on how to utilize this towards your business, right? So, okay, executors, you can write down your goals to prepare. You can write down your goals, put them somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. Like, you need to be able to know what you're doing and if you're actually hitting your mark, right? So then have detailed timelines to achieve the goals and track your progress. Yes, Ash, this is you, girl. Fill out the success tracker. Do you guys hear Ash in this? I do. When you're inviting, have a system to reach out to people. You see, executors want to get it done and they want to know that they're getting it done, right? So by having a system, they know they're going to do it. Set a goal for giving samples to a set number of people. Know which people you'd like to invite to each event. When you're presenting, create a class outline before or follow the class guide. Again, structure, right? Have a goal for how many classes you want to book from the class. This is, again, from the Strengths Guide. So booking class to class, right? Be prepared with a form to take down information of people who are interested in hosting a class. Again, structure, just having it all set up. So when you're going through the process, you're not wondering, like, what's next? How do I know that I did something? You'll know because you have all of these things in place, right? Okay. Enroll. Reference the launch guide for a closing plan or create your own, right? But you can reference the guide. It's already available. Follow up with those that have not enrolled yet. Ash said this in our call earlier today. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Schedule lifestyle overviews or the LRP explanations immediately. So again, having that system, what's next? What's next? So you're not questioning how to get something done, right? And support. Create and schedule your follow-ups. Create monthly specials for your customers and provide consistent accountability. These are for our executors. Now, if you chose a strength or you resonate with a strength in your influencing strength domains, then to prepare, be determined to determine the impact you want to make in people's lives. Again, this is our significance people, maximizers. You want to see other people get something done, get something out of it, right? So what is your impact that you want to make with other people? Make a personal development your priority. Use other people's experiences as a yardstick for progress. So if you see someone that you really admire and they hit the business level at this time, you can put that for yourself too. You enjoy the influence as well, right? So, okay. Invite. Use social media and other networking opportunities to expand your reach. Again, these are people that want to be out in front of people, right? Getting stuff done. Getting people to react or to feel heard or understood, like, yes, right? Okay, show products consistently and show how they helped you reach your health goals. Prepare key talking points to find the very best way to say what you want to say. Present. Engage each person in class. Get them comfortable and excited. Our influencers are like party people. They're like pump up the volume kind of thing. Another way you can do is embrace large audiences. These people are not afraid to get in front of people, right? Read the room and identify possible hosts. You can identify other influencers. Enroll. Anticipate possible objections. Share what works for you and those you know to help people choose kits. Share your confidence that doTERRA products can make a difference. Support, tell your story, share information with enthusiasm and motivation, encourage others to get started in their own doTERRA business and get them past obstacles and hangups. All right, so pipes for our relationship builders. To prepare, think about how you want to improve other people's lives. Do you hear a slight difference in that sentence, that it's not about going out and providing that influence to get them to do it, but knowing that person and what would improve their life? It's a little bit more of an individualized approach, right? Establish a regular mentor schedule. So you want to be connecting with people. Make time to connect in meaningful and purposeful ways. Relationship builders like deep, intimate relationships. So this is how you can prepare. Make sure that you have those opportunities to do that. I see another typo, friends. Invite. Develop new relationships by meeting the friends of your friends. So you guys talked about being looking for a familiar face at the party, right? We did that in the beginning. So now your familiar face is that friend that you brought to your class. They're familiar, so they're going to invite their familiar people, right? And then when you go to that class, you have that host. You might know some of their friends. Just build off of the familiarity, right? Find common ground with people you talk to. Consider one-on-ones rather than classes. I'm sure with like the common ground part, I feel like this was in one of the guides. You like forward them, right? Family, occupation, recreation, dreams, forward, I think. Yeah. And you can find commonality somewhere in that, right? Present. Connect with people when they come in the door. Help make everyone feel comfortable and special, and customize each class based on attendees. Okay, wait, let me see what you guys are saying. Brittany, what if you feel like you are between two, influence and relationship building? They both sound like me and things I do in my pipes. Yeah, no, totally. This, you choosing one strength wasn't to exclude the others. You are definitely the star, right? And you're not just choosing one point. Definitely want you to consider all of them. So yeah, if there's another, while you're doing the pipes with the strengths guide from doTERRA, if there's something that resonates with you in one domain that maybe not the other, definitely take that and go to, right? So good. Echo, oh, you did an in-person class and it filled your cup. Oh, that's so awesome. So good. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I think I went too fast. Sorry, back to relationship building. Enroll, talk to people through their health priorities and customize recommendations. Show people the potential they can unlock with doTERRA. Share your essential oil regimen and how it made a difference for you. And then support, connect regularly, making sure their needs are met, connect new builders with other people on your team with similar interests, and listen to triumphs and challenges, and then offer encouragement. Okay, strategic thinkers, my last one regarding types. So prepare. Take time to think about and write down your goals, determine your vision, and utilize the guides, planners, and trackers to strategize what you need to accomplish. Invite. Imagine conversations you want to have with each person ahead of time. Use the knowledge of essential oils to help people see how doTERRA can help them. Recall conversations that went well and apply them for your future. Present. Before each class, set a specific goal for enrollments. Focus on presentation and give the best information. Offer relevant advice and recommendations from past experiences. So these guys are pulling from their knowledge bank, right, in order to connect with their clients, connect with their people, right? Enroll. Provide knowledgeable recommendations and different routes people can take to begin their journey. Just like we were talking about with Brittany and her strategic, right? You can see another possibility before anything even happens, right? And then contrast how people are feeling now, and if they continue to do things the same, as opposed to if they were to enroll with a kit, how that would help them and make them feel different, right? Support. Track and monitor your numbers to know who needs support. Send out helpful information and resources, and schedule monthly themes for education and training. So this is how you can use your strengths in your business. Practical ways for you to get it done in doTERRA, utilizing what you're naturally gifted at. That's what all of this is about at the end of the day, is working in those natural innate talents, right? So later on, when you get with your assessment, you reflect on those values that we did, you understand when you get the best of me and not the best of me and what I need and all of those things. I want you to sit down and I want you to write a strength statement. So think about all of your strengths and create a personalized statement. And this is what it could look like. So in this example, you have a maximizer, an activator, futuristic, belief, and achiever. So again, if you remember the colors, right? Yellow is influencing, red is strategic, and purple is executing. So I am driven by thinking about what could be and how I can make it great. Then by following my guiding principles, I am quick to take action to drive extraordinary results. Yeah? So I want you guys to do that too, so that you can put that on your boards or on your phone or somewhere that you're going to see every day to remind you that you are a sum of all the strengths, not just one. In the statement, it says, I'm driven by thinking about what could be. That's the maximizer, and how I can make it great. Then by following my guiding principles, that's belief. I'm quick to take action. That's achiever, to drive extraordinary results, and activator. So that's all of it combined, right? Okay, so that was it for tonight. I'm excited for you guys to leverage your strengths. If you ever have a question, you're totally welcome to reach out to me regarding strengths. If you want to get deeper in it or whatever, just let me know. I'm here. But yeah, that's it. Did you guys have any questions, thoughts, comments, anything? I'm here for it. Give it to me. Sorry about the drama earlier with my whole screen and everything. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys liked it. Again, if we were in person, it would be a little different, but I'm glad we could make it work. Oh, you're so cute, Ash. Well, yeah, this is a business for me. Actually, I haven't thought fully on the pricings, although I did think maybe like a one-on-one would be about $30 to start. And then if you want to go through like a larger coaching portion to go through name it, claim it, aim it even deeper. And then also there's this funnel approach of coaching where it's big picture and coming down to really focus on what you want to get done. But yeah, we can talk about that offline if you guys want. It's great to know too with you guys being one of the first people outside of my dad's company that I'm doing this with and growing in. So yeah, whatever, you guys can let me know. It's a safe place. You can tell me what's good, what's not good. I'll go with your guys' thoughts on that. But anybody have any questions, anything? Ashley said I wanted to do it in person, but more of us could make it online. Yeah, absolutely. And it's great. My bad again on the tech part. Yeah. Oh, Karine, I love that you said that. I feel so much more connected with all of you knowing all of that. Yeah, definitely. It brings people together. Like I said, I did this for the leadership retreat with my parents' company, and my goodness, there was a lot of challenges that they had, and just getting them to know themselves and then look around the room and be like the love crazy envy, that changed the energy in the room, right? And it was just like, oh wow, okay. Like it was so much people were more open to receiving what other people had to say because they understood their strengths. Yeah. Yay, awesome. Well, I'm so glad. Um, Ash, thank you so much for having me and for letting us do this. We do have another session tomorrow, which we'll kind of take this last part of who we are, right? This is what this one was about. It was about who we are, what we have to offer. And then now we can go into, okay, how do I provide this to my team, right? Yeah. Do you have any thoughts or questions before then? Um, if maybe you have a specific question about like if you have a teammate, you're just wondering like, how do I connect? I mean, we can go into like examples. I totally don't mind that too. Whatever will work for you. But yeah, let me know. Ash, I'm going to turn this back over to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alyssa. That was amazing, seriously. Um, and thank you guys for staying to the end. And I did record this, so I'll send this out. Does anybody have any questions for Alyssa? Okay. I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. And I'm also recording that. And yeah, hi, Kai. Oh, you're up late. My kids are up too. They're just upstairs with Paul. But yeah, I'm so thankful for Alyssa sharing your talents with us and your strength of the Strengths Finder with us, Clifton Strengths now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so just so thankful. And I feel like beyond us, like bringing people together, I think it also helps us understand each other a little bit more. We can give each other grace.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
we're all just completely different people, and sometimes you can hold it against someone for this or this, or why aren't they like this, or they're like
Mm-hmm.
this, and it's okay. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like this is great to just the last few slides. It was understanding where people are in influence and I forgot the first one, which is the one I'm strongest in. Execution
Mm-hmm.
and strategic thinking, and then relationship building. I think that really showed us who each other
Yeah.
more about each other, right? And so, yeah, that was really awesome. Okay.
So good.
I
Yay.
feel like no one, the people who weren't able to make it, like really had no idea how valuable this was. And it wasn't, I know some, I think they shied away because they didn't take the tests on time. So I probably should have told them, like, you don't need to come and fully take the test yet. Like, there's so many
Yeah.
things that were just like gold. Yeah, like Britt just said, that was gold.
Mm.
And Jen said, Jen has a question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
You're
question.
drawn to people who have similar or opposing strengths or both? Oh man, I guess my personal view on it is I've been attracted to people that fill in the gaps of my star. So personally, I see myself gravitating to people that complement my strengths. However, if you get the Strengths Finder 2.0 book, the one that the assessment comes into, which I would highly recommend if you didn't get that, and you just took the assessment online, maybe get the book and have your spouse or whoever take the assessment code in the back. But that book actually shows you which strengths to connect with. So ideally, like if you're a relator, it tells you to partner with more relators because relators love intimate connections. And you wouldn't connect so well with a woo, someone that's trying to be charismatic and win other people over, right? So not saying that you don't connect at all, but just to heighten your relationship building strength, partner with this type of strength. And then there's also like these cards that I have when I do my coaching too, that show like what our balconies and basements are, kind of like what Ash was alluding to earlier. Um, and that kind of shows you like what you're quote unquote missing, I guess, or how things can go dark and all of that. And I guess in my opinion, like I said, for my personal, when I partner with people, I see like, oh, I am gravitating to somebody that's going to help light up that basement a little bit for me. But yeah, I think it just depends, honestly. I noticed though that achievers tend to gravitate to achievers. I don't know if that's scientific. Donald Clifton did not say that. That is from the mouth of Melissa Diaz. But I noticed that achievers tend to stick with achievers.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like we're all gonna go and try to figure out people's strengths that are around us. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. I had my
Yeah.
husband take this test, and it was really cool that we had a couple that were
Mm.
similar, and then I got to learn more about him too, and in the strengths that I
Oh, I
have.
love that. I love that.
And I think this strengths is really great for all of us in our relationships in general, not just in this business with our team. Um, what is the book called?
Strength Finders 2.0. And then, like I said, the other one was they have so many resources, but strength-based parenting, strength-based marriage. They have strength-based leadership, which is kind of what we'll be going over tomorrow. And then they have It's the Manager, Break All the Rules. I mean, so many different books and resources. They also have a YouTube channel, so if books are not your thing, they have a YouTube channel as well where they do themed Thursdays, where they cover a strength every Thursday or something like that. And so that's really cool too, just to get more insight. Corinne, you're intrigued with the marriage and parenting. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I'm
Yeah.
glad we finished on time.
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Okay, bye.